Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to this episode of Saturday Morning Chat. Yeah, some of you may remember Greg's Garage. Greg over there used to run a video every Saturday morning called Saturday Morning Chat. Well, he doesn't make it anymore. He quit making it a long time ago. I think he's made like one in the last year or so. I fired him, and I'm taking over as the host for Saturday Morning Chat. Anyway, guys, it's Saturday morning here at the Ramsey Custom Shop. Thought I'd show you just what was going on around here. As you can tell, I'm still painting in the shop here. So hopefully soon, I can get the paint booth finished out there. But anyway, this is some stuff I did this week. The Harley sign and the flag going to Mike. And also, you saw the video I did on this. These web gussets, those are also going to him. And I got those welded up. They're ready to go. So I'll get these, get this stuff shipped out Monday. And then Tom Noble, some of you guys probably know who he is or follow him as well. Man, he's been waiting patiently on this. I finally got this done. And this is for a family member of his. I don't remember if it was like a cousin or aunt or something like that. But anyway, so his son's going to come down and pick it up. I think his son lives up in the Dallas area, maybe Grapevine or Plano or somewhere. Oh, man, I can't remember. Anyway, so Tom, there's that. The clear just laid out really nice on it. And there's a speck or two of dirt nibs in it, you know, that you can see right there. But overall, it's just really nice. All these turned out really nice. So pretty happy with that. So, pretty interesting little project here. This is a Friday night project. I actually made some of these guys right here this week. These are not the ones I made, but this customer had more of them. This is an expensive, like $200 radial bearing. And they were like, we were able to press in the ones, that you made for us. But we got some more, and I don't know. I think they have like an arbor press or something. We couldn't get them to press in. Can you use your hydraulic press and press them in there? So I was like, sure, bring them on out. So I go over there to try to press one in, and it won't even, come close to pressing in, and got it cocked in there sideways and couldn't get it out. So I ended up cutting this thing with the bandsaw. I pushed it in on the edge, on each of the edges there with the bandsaw, and then used this thing to cut across the top. So I was able to get it split apart and get that bearing out of there. Yeah. Anyway, and this bearing, you guys let me know what you think about this. I can't quite get it to move in there. I don't know if it's any good now, or not, but they want to try to reuse it. This is not a high-speed application. This is a real low-speed application, but high load. These two I did get pressed in. And, well, there we go. It was a little bit tight right there, but it's rolling. And you can see these will take a radial. In other words, you don't have to have it perfectly lined up. It will, you can see this one kind of like, well, I can't get it to do it now, but anyway, those bearings, that inner part can rotate and oscillate around in there, and it'll still do its job. So, here's a part number on that. I looked these up the other day, and they're about $200 a piece. So, anyway, I got those two done for them, and then this one cut apart, and they're going to bring me one more of these in the morning, Saturday morning, here, and I will get that done. And what I had to do is put it in the lathe and skim a little bit out of it. When I did them the first time, I machined these, and they have the bearings 5 inches 905 thousandths. So I was shooting to make these, with a 1 thou press fit, and I got mine really close to that. These were about 20 thousandths off, this set that they brought me, and just told me, hey, you know, go ahead and press them in there. I didn't even check them. I don't even have mics here that can measure that. I mean, I'll use caliper just to kind of get it rough. But the machine shop I've been using, you know, you guys have seen a few videos from there. You know, they've got, you know, telescoping gauges and mics and everything that are big enough, for that. And I've got telescoping gauges and mics, but they're for small stuff. Like I think maybe up to 3 inches is the biggest I have. So, anyway, I'm still, working on this thing. The one thing that's interesting about this, is I found, I'll overlay a picture of it now. One of the guys that follows my channel sent me a picture of one of these that is intact. And this actually has a set of threads on it that's broken off. So this should have threads, and it should thread up into that and have a jam node on it. This is what they made. You know, now this screws up into there, and then this slip fits onto that. And it's a fairly snug. I mean, not like super snug, but anyway, so that I'm going to get that fixed. And then I've got a rebuild kit coming. I was able to get the manual on this machine and the blueprints for it. The blueprints are kind of okay. You can kind of get a little bit of a visual. There's no like dimensions or anything on it. This company right here is still in business, and they are sending me the shaft and a rebuild kit with seals and all. This is the main one that was leaking. So then let me show you. I got stuff spread out everywhere. So let me grab this box. And up here, I took I think this is the main issue right here. So this is the other air cylinder. And this one goes, well, I got the door closed on it. Bear with me here, guys. It's I'm just trying to do this handheld, and I'm trying not to kill you with the shaky cam. So that one sits right up there. And the one thing I found out is these things, they oscillate back and forth. In other words, that top drum that's laying over there, when it's installed here, you flip the switch here and it applies pressure and pressurizes the belt, tensions the belt. And then when it's running, that back air cylinder oscillates all the time. And how much it oscillates back one way or the other is measured by this sensor right here, this eye. You can see it right there, and that reflector. It can tell how much of that reflector is being covered, and will do adjust the oscillation to get it to track properly. Well, let me show you. It was not oscillating at all, and here's why. If you notice, this is a spring that's completely flat. So it had nothing to press up against. And this one is in there, but it's, I don't know, it actually might be intact and in good shape. So this was the cool thing about this. Powermatic had no information on this, absolutely no information, except for the fact that they knew that these were built by a company called AEM. And these were built by AEM for Powermatic. So this part number, this Powermatic 253 here, doesn't even come up in their system really as far as like having any documentation. Couldn't find one bit of information. The only thing it could find was a reference that this was built by a company called AEM. Well, AEM was bought by Time Savers, who pretty much are the de facto standard for these kind of machines. They are the, they're the Kleenex of, when you think of Kleenex, Kleenex is a brand name for a tissue. Well, Time Savers is a brand name for a wide belt sander, but people commonly refer to that as a time saver. So the good thing is Time Savers has all the documentation because they acquired the company that originally made this. So they were able to look it up. They have the blueprints. They have all the parts. So far, this is all I've gotten from them is this, which are those springs right there. So we're going to replace that one that's all broken up. And this air cylinder is not leaking. I mean, it probably maybe should be rebuilt, but who knows? Maybe it's not even got that much time on it because, you know, those springs were cut. And the reason they were cut was the belt, the sandpaper running over there to the edge. You can see how far it's cut into that. And that's my guess anyway. I don't know that for sure. So anyway, guys, I'm going to work on that, and I'll probably do a video on this, on rebuilding, not this air cylinder, the other one, wherever it's laying. Yeah, right here. So anyways, you can tell I got stuff kind of strewed around here. And I painted in here last night. You can see my paint stuff still out. I mean, I got stuff strewed everywhere. Kind of embarrassing, actually. But anyway, I just thought I'd give you guys a quick update. Hope your weekend is going good. And Mike, I hope you like your stuff. Tom, hope you like yours. Tom's son, like I said, is going to come pick that up. Mike, I'll get your stuff shipped out here next week. And yeah, we'll go from there. Hey, let me know what you think real quick on this bearing. The fact that it is now, you can't really, you know, I can't really spin it by hand. But like I said, I don't really see anything that, well, that right there is where I bumped it up against the bandsaw cutting it. So I'll just file that a little bit. But I don't really see anything, you know, that looks bad on it. It may have gotten slightly egg-shaped or something. And I'm thinking that once it's pressed in and it's under load, and these things do get under a pretty intense load, that it should work fine. But I don't know that. You guys let me know if you think this is toast or not. All right, guys. See ya.